Like a Lifestyle here for another recap. Today, round 30. Second 30 is done. Today is October the 18th. 2 rounds down. I should have done a recap already, but whatever. Still rocking with Native American music. You like to learn from who I've learned from? I got a stock market playlist, 30 resources for $30. I've already done 2 rounds of 30. And I've greatly improved from the first to the second. Check out the hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops. I'm gonna go on to buy one. I need to go on and get these shipped in. I'm gonna check on. I had already ordered mine before. I'm gonna check to make sure that shit coming, so I could be cool for the winter. Follow me on IG and Twitter, even though I haven't posted there in a minute. Anyway, so today's market was let's see. Let's pull up the SPY, shall we? The SPY. Oh wait, I ain't gotta pull up the SPY because I got it right here. So the SPY started low and it shot up. So the market was overall green, overwhelmingly green. The SPY, I think, is at an all-time high at this point. Let's see, the yearly, nope, all-time high is 454. So we're at 448. Anywho, so yeah, the SPY went crazy today, but the airlines and cruise lines all shit the bed, as well as some car manufacturers. For comparison, we got General Motors, United, American, Norwegian Cruise Line, Carnival Cruise Line, and Ford. Ford didn't do too bad. Ford's a slow mover anyway, so it didn't do too bad. GM, I was looking at GM for a put around here, I think. But I stopped watching because I was like, whatever. United, I was looking for a bounce off of the Brown information, which I saw, but I didn't catch. And it went back down and then re-triggered. I should have got in up here for the put, but I didn't. Didn't play American because American is very volatile and it burnt me last week. Didn't play Norwegian because I took a swing. I took an overnight over weekend swing on Carnival Cruise Line. So let's do a 5-day 1 hour. So I got into the swing right around here is where I set the swing. As y'all guys remember, on Friday I had 3 strikes. I was out, but I decided to take a 4th attempt. I had lost 3 trades. I was down, I think, $13. Yep, $13 on the day. So I was like, I'm gonna do a $2 risk trade on Carnival Cruise, because Carnival Cruise, just like Norwegian, was approaching their put side, but Carnival was already at its put trigger. The put trigger's right here. So I got into Carnival as it was approaching its put trigger. Norwegian, for comparison, was up here still. So Norwegian was nowhere near its put trigger. Granted, it probably did a bigger move because of how big of a drop that is. That's from 26. That's like $1 drop versus 20. Actually, yeah, it's about the same amount of a fall. Anyway, so I took that swing on Friday and just left it. And on today, they opened up and fell immediately down to here. And when it got to this level, the put went from $22 to $38. I did not sell it because I thought it was going to go a little bit further. It reversed for a second, and I got nervous up here because my stop loss is up here. It came all the way up to here, and then it was at like $26, I think. So I was still up about 15-20%. I was like, you know what? It's only a $2 risk. I'm going to hold it because the market was very red at that moment. As you can see during, I'm talking about the first 5 or 6 minutes, everything was red. So I was like, okay, the whole market's red, so let me hold off. It came back up, then it came down again, and it just kept on going. And I sold it right here for 100% return from 22 to 44. Normally I would have sold it at 30 or 50. 30, I think 50 was up here. But I was like, I had no other trades. No other trades were really performing at the time. Nothing had actually shown up because all of my triggers had already hit. Only thing I was watching was General Motors to the downside, but it was going up at that point. And United had already triggered. American I wasn't watching. I was already in Carnival, so I wasn't gonna play Norwegian because I learned before you don't double dip. So if anything, I would add to this position, but I was already up a bit, so I didn't. Held it and I sold it for 100%. I wanted to sell it under 23, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna make it because around this time the market started turning green again. And I remember Carnival and Norwegian before can have a shitty start and then completely rally all the way to the upside. I've seen that because it's only like $1. It's not like a huge gap. So it'll go down from 23.50 to like 23, then it go fuck around and close at 24.50, which is crazy, but it has happened before. So I got 100% on that. My only down thing with that is I should have took more than one, but the only reason I took one is because it was more like a YOLO swing for the fences, and I wasn't confident in the trade when I took it. I should have been, because then I would have been up over $60 on the day. But I'll take that 22 and be happy with that. Trade number 2, the SPY. I took a SPY put real early as I thought the SPY was going to break to the downside like I had been doing all week. So I got into the put right around here. It went down for a second, then it reversed up and chopped me out immediately. Luckily, I had made sure to put my stop loss in place before I looked away from the trade. I would have been pissed to lose that whole 20 after I just made 20. That would have just been a break-even day, which is fucking retarded. So I lost $3 there. So I won one, lost one for a win of today of $19. And that was it. I had a chance to get into United. I was watching them. I was watching them to the upside around here, which they did go to the upside. You see, I marked it here. They bounced off the Brown formation, went up, went from 35 to like 50, pulled back down. This is actually, up here is actually a chance to get in the re-enter the put. But I had stopped watching at that point. I was like, I done had a good trade. Let me not keep risking bread. None of the other trades are really speaking to me. I just felt like I was kind of just looking for something to trade, so I just didn't take it. I could have took a put on United, and I definitely had a chance to catch a put on General Motors around here. I could have got in right around this point. Matter of fact, I could have got in at any point around here. My stop loss probably would have been right up here. So I could have got in at any point right here, and I would have been good. Because I think this put is already up about 50%. But yeah, that was it. Overall, good day. Good trades, good swing. And we'll see what I can come up with for tomorrow. The past few times I've done some of these trades, a lot of them already triggered in the pre-market, which is a little frustrating because, of course, options don't trade in the pre-market. But I will continue to remain steadfast in my training and trading, and constantly grow my account to the point where I can start taking swings in some of these trades. Some of these stocks that are super volatile, like QuantumScape or Snap or Space, Corsair, Costco. Some of these stocks are like to move several dollars up and down. American Airlines, Delta. I'm gonna start taking swings on those instead of an option. It's a much safer opportunity. I really got the idea when I was watching Visa and MasterCard on Friday. That was where I really got the idea from, because they went from 345 to 356, so that was a $10 move. And then the other one went from 224 to 230. So that was a $6 move. So if I would have had 100 shares of each, that'd have been $1,600 in a day, and all I had to have put up would have been about $6 grand. So that would have been 25%. 6 grand to 7,500 in one day by taking 2 trades. And the beauty of it is the risk side would only be like $1,000, because the downside with the beauty of the strat is that you know where to get out. So like even let's use the SPY for example. Let's say I'm down here. This is a weekly. Let's put it on a daily. Daily, right? All right, so boom. Let's say you go in. Make sure I got this thing on. Let me turn that on. Okay. So this is a quick one off of the hourly. All right, let's say you got the hourly chart. You're looking for the SPY to go to the upside. So your entry point is right in there, 445.54 to 445.70. That's the entry point. Your get out point is 444.59. So you're risking $1 to the downside. And if you got in as it went up here, you lost that $1. But if you were only looking for the break after this, oh wait, let me replace that. That's a bad one. Let me go up here. Okay, now here's your entry to the upside. So here's your cutout point. Here's your entry point. So you enter right in this candle. You enter right there, 446. And you're already up $1.50. But your get out was 445.66. So you're risking 50 cents and you're already up $1.50. So you're already up 3 to 1 off of that swing. So you put up 4 grand, and that's off of, well, you had to put up 40 grand on this one. That's 100 shares would be 40 grand. So it doesn't work as well with this one. But yeah, like you get 100 shares, shoot for $1 or $2 a share, do that a few times, just keep on growing. It really works when you get into the thousands, when you can take 1,000 shares and you can just, like with this, you had 1,000 shares of this, you made 10 grand, and then you made 16 grand in a day. But of course you had to have a shitload of money to play with it. So at 1,600, you would need 50 grand. And for 160, you would need 5 grand. But the risk is so much smaller. You're risking like 50 cents to $1 to make 10 some odd dollars worth. Now granted, options will still give you a better move, but if you don't time it right, you're fucked. And also with me, I don't like taking an option if it's running away from me. So like you see how MasterCard, matter of fact, let's go right back to the spot since I already marked it. You see how the spot just starts running right here? I wouldn't have took this trade. Let's say I had an entry. Let's say I had an entry point. This damn thing ain't working. Let's say I had an entry point like right here for the call. And it's already up here. I'm not getting in. I'm not chasing that. But if it was just a swing on shares, I could. Cause my stop would probably be down here somewhere. So it wouldn't be like a bad idea to take that move. Cause even though it's above where I would want to get in, I still know where to get out. And I'm only risking maybe $1 now instead of like 50 cents. As opposed to hundreds of dollars if I took the swing. So yeah, that's something I'm gonna be working on going forward. As I continue to grow my account. And damn, I was almost done too. And yeah, there y'all, a quick little lesson to add 5 minutes. I was supposed to be done in 10 minutes, but whatever. I'll cut it now. Appreciate you guys for watching. Y'all have a good one. And be here tomorrow for another recap and another green day.